Imagine a bustling city street. Now imagine seeing not just the people, but their thoughts. A kaleidoscope of colors, shapes, and textures swirling above their heads. Fear might appear as a jagged red aura. Joy could manifest as shimmering golden orbs. Love might radiate warm, comforting waves of blue. This is the world of visible thoughts. In this world, our innermost feelings are laid bare. There's no hiding our true emotions. A flicker of envy, a surge of anger, a wave of affection, all would be on display. This radical transparency would reshape our world in profound ways, impacting everything from our personal relationships to the very fabric of society. The implications are staggering. Imagine knowing instantly if your friend is truly happy or just putting on a brave face. Picture a world where political debates are won not by rhetoric, but by the sheer conviction of visible belief. This is the potential and the peril of a world where the mind becomes an open book. How could such a thing even be possible? While seemingly the stuff of science fiction, the seeds of this concept are rooted in the very real workings of our brains. Every thought, every emotion is ultimately a symphony of neural activity. Neurons fire, electrical impulses race across synapses, and chemicals flood our brains. This electrochemical dance is the basis of our inner world. Now, imagine if we could develop technology sensitive enough to detect and decode these intricate patterns of neural activity. Perhaps a device that could read the subtle fluctuations in brainwaves or map the flow of neurotransmitters in real time. This data could then be translated into visual representations, colors, shapes, or even abstract forms that reflect the underlying emotions and thoughts. While still firmly in the realm of speculation, the rapid advancements in neuroscience and brain-computer interfaces hint at a future where such technology might not be entirely implausible. The ability to directly interface with the human brain could unlock a world of possibilities, with visible thoughts being just one of the many potential applications. However, the ethical and societal implications of such a profound technological leap would need to be carefully considered. The most immediate and perhaps most unsettling consequence of visible thoughts would be the utter eradication of privacy. In a world where our inner monologues are on constant display, the very concept of privacy as we know it would cease to exist. Our thoughts, our dreams, our fears all would be laid bare for the world to see. This loss of privacy would have profound implications for our relationships. Imagine knowing every fleeting judgment, every stray thought of doubt or insecurity that crossed your partner's mind. The foundation of trust, built on the selective sharing of our inner selves, would be shaken to its core. Social interactions would be transformed. Imagine navigating a conversation where you could see the other person's boredom, disagreement, or even attraction swirling around you. Honesty, or at least the inability to conceal our true feelings, would become the default setting. The art of diplomacy might be lost, but perhaps a new era of radical transparency would emerge in its place. Yet, amidst the challenges, the ability to see thoughts could usher in a new era of empathy and understanding. Imagine a world where we could truly see the pain behind a person's anger, the fear behind their silence, the love behind their actions. This newfound transparency could bridge divides, foster compassion, and create deeper connections between individuals. Imagine a world where prejudice and discrimination become almost impossible, as the inherent worth and dignity of every individual are laid bare for all to see. The ability to see the thoughts of others could break down barriers of culture, language, and belief, fostering a more just and equitable society. In this world, the potential for conflict resolution is immense. By understanding the underlying motivations, fears, and aspirations of others, we could find common ground and build bridges of understanding. Negotiations, both personal and international, would be transformed, leading to more peaceful and collaborative outcomes. Education in the age of transparency. The impact on education would be revolutionary. Imagine teachers being able to see the spark of understanding in a student's eyes or identify the source of their confusion in real time. Personalized learning would be taken to a whole new level, as educators could tailor their teaching methods to the specific needs of each student. Imagine classrooms where students could literally see the connections between different concepts, where the abstract becomes tangible through the visualization of thought itself. The learning process would become more engaging, interactive, and effective, unlocking the full potential of every student. However, this transparency in education could also present challenges. The pressure on students, constantly aware that their every misstep or moment of confusion is visible, could be immense. The role of the educator would need to evolve to provide not just academic guidance, but also emotional support and strategies for navigating this new world of open minds. Mental health challenges and opportunities. The field of mental health would face both unprecedented challenges and extraordinary opportunities. On the one hand, the stigma surrounding mental illness could dissipate as the invisible struggles of those suffering become visible. Empathy and understanding could replace fear and judgment, paving the way for more compassionate and effective treatment. Imagine therapists being able to see the root of their patients' anxieties, the triggers for their phobias, the depths of their depression. Treatment could be tailored with unprecedented precision, targeting the underlying neural mechanisms of mental illness with greater accuracy. However, the constant visibility of thoughts could also exacerbate existing mental health conditions. For individuals struggling with anxiety, OCD, or PTSD, the inability to find respite from their own thoughts could be overwhelming. Safeguarding mental well-being in a world of transparent minds would require a fundamental shift in how we approach mental health care, emphasizing coping mechanisms, mindfulness, and emotional regulation. The art, the window to the soul, would take on new dimensions in a world where the soul itself is on display. Visual artists could capture the ephemeral beauty of thoughts in motion, creating breathtaking displays of color and light that reflect the full spectrum of human emotion. Musicians could translate the rhythms of thought into symphonies of sound, expressing the nuances of feeling in ways words could never capture. Imagine experiencing a performance where the artist's creative process unfolds before your very eyes. Their inspiration, their doubts, their moments of pure creative flow, all visible in a mesmerizing dance of light and form. The boundaries between artist and audience would blur, creating a shared experience of profound intimacy and connection. However, this new transparency could also stifle artistic expression. The fear of judgment, the pressure to conform, the potential for creative theft, all could hinder the free flow of artistic exploration. Preserving the sanctity of the creative process, while embracing the possibilities of this new artistic landscape, would be a delicate balancing act. The justice system, built on the often unreliable nature of eyewitness testimony and the difficulty of discerning truth from deception, would undergo a radical transformation. Imagine courtrooms where guilt or innocence could be determined with absolute certainty, where the thoughts of the accused would reveal the truth of their actions. Criminal investigations would be revolutionized. Detectives could literally see the memories of witnesses, replaying events with perfect clarity. Interrogations would become redundant, replaced by the irrefutable evidence of the mind itself. However, this raises profound ethical questions. What happens to the presumption of innocence when thoughts can be used as evidence? Could we ever truly know the difference between a fleeting thought and an intent to act? The very foundations of our legal system would need to be re-evaluated in light of this newfound ability to peer into the minds of others. Perhaps the most profound consequence of visible thoughts would be the end of deception. In a world where lies are impossible to conceal, where our true motivations are laid bare, the very nature of human interaction would be transformed. Trust, once earned through actions and words, would become the default state. The implications for politics, business, and even our personal relationships are staggering. Imagine a world where politicians can no longer make false promises, where corporations can't hide their true intentions, where individuals can't betray the trust of their loved ones. However, this world without deception is not without its drawbacks. The white lies, the social graces, the subtle deceptions that often grease the wheels of social interaction would disappear. The art of persuasion, the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of uncovering a hidden truth, all would be lost in this world of radical transparency.